Good morning, dear students. Last class we spoke about cream. Today's class we will be speaking about butter. Today's class you will be learning about introduction to the butter, processing of the butter, types of the butter, and
Dear students, now let's talk about introduction of butter. Butter is a fatty substance obtained from churning the cream. It mostly contains 80% fat and 20% water. Butter can be made from any kind of milk, and in India we usually make butter using buffalo milk. Butter usually hardens at lower temperature and melts when heated. The smoking temperature of butter is 127 degrees Celsius, and the color of the butter varies from creamy white to golden. Now let's look at processing of butter. The first step is holding, where the cream is pasteurized for 2 to 4 seconds at a temperature of 95 degrees Celsius, and then the temperature is lowered to 4 to 5 degrees Celsius, and it is kept for several hours to ensure uniform hardening of fat particles. The next stage is ripening, where the cultures are added to ferment the milk sugars to lactic acid and desirable flavor and aroma characteristics for the cultured butter. Next step is aging. Cream is held at room temperatures to crystallize the butterfly globules, ensuring proper churning and texture of the butter. As a rule, aging takes around 12 to 15 hours. Next step is the churning, where the cream is agitated and eventually butter granules form, grow larger and blend in the end. There are two phases now to this. A semi-solid mass of butter is left and the liquid is left, which is also called as buttermilk. Next step is called as draining and washing. The cream is split into two fractions, butter grains and buttermilk. The machine stops when the grains have reached a certain size, whereupon the buttermilk is drained off. It is a common practice to wash the butter after churning to remove any residual buttermilk and milk solids. Next step is salting and working. Salt is used to improve the flavor and the shelf life as it acts as a preservative. Further, the butter is worked to improve its consistency. Now the next step is packing and storage. The butter is finally patted into shape and then wrapped in waxed paper and then stored in a cool place. As it cools, the butter fat crystallizes and the butter becomes firm. Now let's talk about different types of butter. The first is the unsalted butter, which is also called as the sweet butter. It has a mild aroma and slightly sweet flavor, generally used for making sweet pastries and cakes. The next is salted butter. Butter was originally salted to preserve it for the winter months when fresh butter was not made. Today, salt is added to butter as an ingredient. It not ideally used in the preparation of pastries. Next is the compound butter. These are made by adding a particular nature, flavor or color to the butter depending on the type of the food with which it is served. It is generally used as an accompaniment. Example: lobster butter, parsley butter, garlic butter. Next is the clarified butter, which is also called as ghee. It is obtained by clarifying butter. Butter is heated to evaporate water. Pure ghee has a highest keeping quality and is a good cooking medium, and is also used as a shortening agent in the Indian. Now let's look at the uses of the butter. It is used as a spread for bread, burgers, sandwiches, toast and scones. And it is also used as a basic ingredient in pastry making and many of the cake makings like a pound cake or a Genoese sponge. It is also used as an accompaniment as in compound butter for many of the main courses. And it is also used to enhance the taste and flavor of the soups and sauces. It is also used as a cooking medium for many of the dishes, and it is also used for butter sculptures, generally for a centerpiece in many of the. Thank you, students. Hope all of you had a brief knowledge about the butter. Thank you so much. Have a great day. Coming class we will be talking about cheese and different types of cheese. Thank you. Have a great day.